Hello you guys, welcome back to the vlog. Today is Saturday and it's only like 9 a.m. I just finished the Casa Amor episode of Love Island, which was so insane. This whole week has been Casa Amor, and last night was the episode where everyone kind of comes back together into the villa, which is always really intense, and it did not disappoint. It was so intense. I tried watching it last night but I fell asleep, so rewatched it this morning, and now my head's just like, what do I do with my anxiety? Almost like it leaves you on this high and it's a lot. But it was so good. I really enjoyed. So kind of talking about today, we actually decided not to meet up to do a run today. I normally do a run with the girls, but last night I was out probably until like 10ish, and so I just knew that I was gonna have trouble coming back and wanting to do a run. But I do feel like now that a lot of the stressful times, the presentations, all of these things have officially passed, I have this time that I'm like, I want to get the house clean. Like, I just want to do a few of the things that I feel like have been neglected. I want to do some scraping on the carpets, like just things that like make me feel like the house is a little bit cleaner. We have like a carpet scraper and that sometimes helps the house just feel a little bit better. So just like a lot of like little stuff, and I think we'll do that over the course of the weekend. Luckily, I generally like don't really have a lot of plans this weekend. In fact, actually, let me just triple check, but I think I have nothing planned. So want to do some workouts. I want to get back into a bit of a routine, probably want to do some editing, and then I also would like to do some reading and cleaning the house. So just some like regular weekend stuff. I feel like we haven't had just a regular weekend in a really long time. Today I think is supposed to get sunny around like noonish, and then it's going to be like perfect temperature. So maybe we can go out and do something with P. I don't know, that could be kind of nice too. I've been saying for the last few weekends that I want to go over to a park and just read, and I just have been too stressed to actually execute on that. And then last weekend I did have a lot of work stuff that I had to do, but also once I was done with all of that work stuff, the fire was happening in Boyle Heights, and so I wasn't able to really go outside because the air was just so bad. The fire is still going, by the way. It's just been like a really long fire because of the materials. It was like a refrigeration warehouse, and so all of the refrigerant materials and like the freezing materials, they can't like just go in and knock down a fire the way that they normally would, but I think they're almost done with everything, so that's the good news. But the smoke has not been nearly as bad near my house. I think we're just far enough away where now it's not affecting this area. But anyway, long story long, I kind of want to like go and do something either today or tomorrow at like a park and take P with me. I also on Monday I'm getting a new rental car, so that I can take my car in to go get looked at. So hoping that all of that gets squared away, but that's not until Monday, so I guess I don't have to stress about anything car related, thank God. If you guys missed the vlog, somebody backed up into my car and hit it, and unfortunately I do have to go get it fixed now and go through all of that, but luckily it sounds like it's going to be a pretty easy process. Anyway, I think I'm gonna get started by getting changed into some workout clothes. Maybe we'll do our workout a little bit more like on the morning side of things, and then we'll probably get to a little bit cleaning as well, because I do want to get to the cleaning. It's gonna drive me nuts if the house feels not clean for like even a little longer. So let's get started with our day and we'll see what the weekend brings. Okay, I'm coming up with a little bit of a game plan, and I think first and foremost today I want to start with clutter in the house. There's just a lot of random things, like I need to put away this laundry. I need to do something with that box. That's actually from Christmas, and it's a little art project for P. I just haven't gotten to it. And then I have a whole load of returns. I have stuff over here. The returns section is over here in the living room. So some of this stuff needs to be put away. Some of this stuff needs to be returned. And then this area, I kind of want to repurpose, so I need to put that in the garage. But these jackets, I pretty much never touch. And I think this would be better as like a purse section, because some of these purses are just like purses that are my go-tos, and I currently have a purse section over here, but it's an actual mess. Like, this is not a good way to find a bag. So I think if I could kind of repurpose this to be bags, that would be a better solution. So I think once I have most of the decluttering done, then I'll feel a little bit better about doing some of the like actual cleaning, like scraping at the rugs and things like that. But when there's a lot of clutter, it's hard to do all of that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna get changed, and I'm going to also run a load of laundry, and then we're gonna start focusing on all of those little tasks think I'm just going to get into maybe like a workout set. Let's go get changed, and then that way we'll be motivated to do a workout afterward, and I can also wash these pajamas. I'm gonna save doing the laundry stuff, like putting this laundry away, for the very end, because I don't want to do it twice, and if I'm already gonna be doing laundry, I might as well put this away when everything is done. But we'll see. If I have nothing else to do, then maybe I will. Let's get to it. I just want to get all of the house stuff just feeling a little bit better, and it's such a gloomy day right now that it just feels like the perfect weather to be doing a little project like this. I still have to do a vacuum, but this is all of the hair that we picked up from this rug, which is insane. That's a lot. You can see it next to my yearbooks. That's kind of disgusting. I still have to do the full vacuum. It's just crazy how I can feel like the rug feels like it needs a scrape, and then I pull up that much hair. Insane. So I'm gonna go pick that up, and then I'm going to do a quick vacuum, and I'm gonna call the rug good for now. If you guys don't have one of these scrapers, it's just like, it looks like this, and it's super easy. Even if I didn't have a dog, I think I would want to use it. I don't think I would need to use it as much as I do, but if you have an animal, the hair that gets stuck in your rug is insane. Anyway, let's sweep it up, let's clean it, and then we'll do a quick vacuum pass. And I also moved all my bags over here. You can kind of see they're like all of the go-to bags that I use, and then these are all the jackets that were there that I would like to keep, and I'm gonna hang them up in the closet after, like, when I'm putting all the laundry away. So I'll focus on that later, but wanted to get this rug done because I think if this rug does not feel clean, my whole house doesn't feel clean. So I'm happy that I did that. Okay, I'm gonna swap the laundry right now so I can do my final load, but I was kind of thinking about what type of workout I wanted to do, and I realized that there's a yoga studio near me and they have a free week of classes. So I think rather than doing a run or an at-home workout, I wanna try doing yoga. I used to do it so often, and I've done classes here and there, but I haven't really done one in a while, and they have a class at 3 p.m. So I booked it because I have a free week, and I'm excited. So I'm gonna swap the laundry now, and it's only like 11-ish. So I actually think I'm gonna make myself some lunch so that I can like have everything before, like plenty of time before I go into my yoga session. And then we'll go to yoga at 3, which I'm again very excited about. I just haven't been in a while. I also was just watching some TV while I was doing like the rug and stuff like that. And I feel like the living room is in like a decent spot right now in terms of the actual like cleanliness of the carpet, but like the mess is still there. Like the yearbooks need to be put somewhere, things like that. But I do feel like I'm approaching the clean from like a slow and steady pace. I don't want to like burn myself out and then be exhausted all weekend. So I think slowly I'm gonna like do something and then clean a little bit and then do something else and clean a little bit. Okay, laundry is in. Let's go make ourselves some pasta, and then we'll go to yoga at 3. And I think in between that, it still feels super gloomy, so I don't really feel like going anywhere, but maybe I'll just sit outside with P or just read on the couch. I don't know. I don't feel like going out and doing something. It just doesn't really feel like the mood, because again, the vibe feels like almost like it's gonna rain or something, but it's not going to. So just feels very like overcast and very like cold, cozy kind of vibe right now. Okay, my last set of drying stuff is going through, so I apologize if it's a bit noisy, but I'm gonna head off to Whole Foods. I got rid of the yearbooks that were right here. I put them in the little console that's in the bedroom instead, and then this stuff needs to get returned. I had been trying to debate between some bags and some backpacks for work. This is one of the bags that I ended up trying out for work, and I actually really enjoy it. It's also good just like for an errand, like right now. These bags, I got the black one first, and I think I liked it, but it felt a little bit masculine. The only thing that I didn't love is that this laptop sleeve is a bit large, and so it felt like my laptop was still like flopping around. So I liked it, but I didn't love it. And then I was like, let me try a lighter color because I don't think it'll feel so masculine. But I ordered the like, it's supposed to be like a very light color. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but it's like, it's brown and it's really cute, but I don't know that it fixes the problem. And I don't think I'm in love with either of them enough to commit right now. So if later down the line I change my mind, I can always reorder. So I'm going to, this is just another random package, but I'm going to return all of these things, go over to Whole Foods to do that. And then it's currently 1:20. So my yoga class is at 3. Whole Foods is like down the hill and the yoga class is up the hill. So I'm definitely gonna have to come back and grab my yoga mat and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not gonna do that yet. And I have plenty of time. So let's go run this quick errand. The sun is finally breaking a bit, so maybe we'll sit outside when we get back. And then from there, I'm trying to think of what else. I don't know, I wanna like go to a store or something, like not necessarily Target, but maybe Target. I love going to like World Market, for example. I just want to like walk around something, maybe even like go to the mall. That could be fun. But I also don't want to be like too tempted to like buy something crazy. So I don't know. I did see that the Oura ring that I've been wanting is finally back in stock, but at like a Target that's so far. So I'm debating whether or not I do that or if I just be patient and wait for a Oura ring to be available closer to me. I don't need it urgently, but it would be fun to have. And I don't know, just being able to use the perk that I now have at work would be kind of nice. Like, why not get an Oura ring? Anyway, those are my thoughts for right now. Maybe if I'm inspired and nobody bought it, then I could swing over. I just don't want to go and then it turns out that they don't actually have it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that happens. I could just be patient. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna stop yapping. Let's go to Whole Foods, return these things, and then we'll get on with the rest of our day. Okay, I just got out of the class. I'm not gonna lie, I actually did not love that class, which is surprising because normally I really like yoga classes, but it was just like kind of a weird class where like they just had you do a bunch of like handstands and stuff. So like things that I like can't do. And there was like no flows, even though it was called a vinyasa flow. Yeah, I just like, I couldn't really do a lot. So I don't feel worked out, which is slightly annoying. So I think I'm gonna go home and do like a 10-minute ab workout, just something really simple just to make me feel a little bit more worked out. I did sweat a lot, but I think that's just because the room was heated to 97 degrees, which also feels low for what I'm used to. I feel like in past yoga sessions, they used to do like over 100 degrees in a class. So I don't really know what the difference was, but I might, since I have a week of free classes, I might try again, but maybe look for like a different teacher or something like that. I don't know if that would solve anything, but something that I might consider trying, but I don't know. So we're gonna head home for now. I'm gonna do my quick 10-minute ab workout and then I will shower, and it's only like 4 o'clock. So I don't know, I guess maybe we'll just like read or maybe edit a little bit. I feel like we've been pretty productive today. So I'd be okay with just like sitting on the couch and reading for a little bit. Okay, I'm back and I took my shower. I'm just going to swap bags really fast because I brought this tote for the yoga class. I actually signed up for a different yoga class for the morning just to try out something different because I know like between different teachers and different styles of classes, maybe it'll be something that I enjoy more, but we'll see. So anyway, I'm going to bring which bag? I think this bag. I just have to transfer everything, which is not terrible. Each of these bags came with like a little pouch and I keep all like the small things in it. And it makes it so easy to be able to like transfer stuff back and forth. Ryan and I are gonna pop over with P to go get ice cream from an ice cream shop. Ryan said that he's not really feeling like ice cream, but he's more feeling like, can you hear P crying? He's kind of feeling like a cookie or something like that. So we'll also pop over to, there's like a bakery right next to the ice cream place. And I think that's what our plan is gonna be. So we're gonna head out. I think black would have actually looked better with this, but that's okay. Yeah, we're gonna head out. We're gonna take P with us so that he has the chance to take his little walk and go to the bathroom. And then we'll be back. And I heard tonight's Love Island is supposed to be insane because even though it's an after sun, there's like a bunch of drama and it shows like the behind the scenes drama. So it'll be very, very fun to watch. So I'm gonna watch that when it comes out around 6-ish. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. Good morning, you guys. Today is Sunday. I ended up getting off of the wait list for a new core power class, so that's gonna be at 9:30. It's only 7:30 right now. I thought I was supposed to get a text about it, but I did not. But I did get an email. It's called a yoga sculpt class, so I guess it's like more high intensity cardio and weights, I think. So I'm gonna try that as something new. Basically what happened yesterday was it was like a yoga class, but for some reason the teacher just like wanted to do her own spin on it. And so she was like playing pop music, and then there were points where like she was asking people to do like a certain move, I guess you could call it, where like you put, let's say, your left leg onto your left tricep, which I was not able to do, and like neither was anyone else in the class. But then she just kept telling us to just like keep trying, and there were obviously some people that were much better at their practice. I haven't been to yoga in like over 5 years probably. So anyway, long story long, we were all just like sitting on our mats watching someone else like attempt, and no one was able to do it. And we were just like for like 5 minutes, which like when you only have an hour in the class, that's a really long time. And I feel like you kind of like lose your sweat a little bit. There was another girl who had mentioned at the beginning of class that she was injured, and then like, because there were no flows, even though it was supposed to be a flow class, she literally couldn't do half of the things. I was like, it was fine because I didn't pay for it, it was free, but if I would have paid for that, I would have been pretty annoyed, I'm not gonna lie. So I know now not to take a class from that teacher, but this is a new teacher, this is a new type of class altogether. I would like to find a flow class because I do really enjoy those in hot yoga, but maybe I'll try another one like yesterday, but from a different teacher as well. But I'm excited to try this one because again, I've never done one that's like yoga and weights, so it'll be interesting. Aside from that, I'm just reading. I thought I was gonna finish this book last night, but I fell asleep on the couch for a little bit. So I have about 2 hours left of the book. So I definitely will finish it today, and I would like to get to Bright Young Women today as well. So we're just gonna have a big reading day, really, after my yoga class. I'm glad that it's in the morning so that I can get it out of the way, and then we can move on and do something else. So that's the update. I just made my coffee, and I'm gonna relax here for a little bit until we head off to the workout class. Okay, my book has been so good, but it's time to head off to the class. So I have my water, I have my whole bag here. I'm gonna just borrow a lock from them, and I think we're gonna head out shortly. It's about 9:15, so I have just enough time to get there, and actually it's exactly 9:15. Last time it only took me about 10 minutes to get there, so I'm hopeful that it won't be a long drive, and we're gonna try out this new class. I hope it's better than yesterday's. I feel confident. I feel like it can't be what I experienced yesterday, so it must be better. And I'm excited. It's gonna be a fun time. So let's head out and let's go to our workout class. You guys, I look like a mess, but that class was a lot better than yesterday. I think like, I still feel like my body could have done a little bit more, but because it's so heated, it's like kind of hard to do some of this stuff, but I'm clearly very sweaty. I liked that way more. It was like yoga plus weights and like some cardio with like a little bit of like, I would say like medium intensity, not like a full like hit, but kind of like in the medium range area, I suppose. So I might come back again. They have some classes like before work, and for the next 2 weeks, I'm not going into the office. So I could do like a 6:30 class. They're only an hour long, and then be home, shower, and get online by 8:30. So might do that. It is like, I think it's like $150 a month if you want to do like the unlimited classes, which could be worth it, but I don't know, that is also a little expensive. But for this next week, I might just like take advantage of as many classes as I possibly can. So anyway, I feel like I got a really good sweat in. I feel very relaxed. It's also raining all of a sudden. I don't know why, but yeah, it's raining, and I'm gonna head home and maybe go have some breakfast finally, because I haven't had breakfast yet, but I feel really good. I'm glad that I did it in the morning too. Like, I just feel like now I have the whole day ahead of me, and I'm excited about it, especially because it's rainy, because now I can go home and read and just be cozy. I wanted to go to a park at some point today, but I don't think it's happening now because of how rainy it is. So we're just gonna have an inside day. It's been a second since I checked in with you guys. Brian and I actually went over to Target unexpectedly. He just needed to get some coffee, but then we were like, let's go on a little Target adventure, and I did not bring my camera, so I did not end up taking you guys. I'm sorry. Bless you. We did not get anything too exciting, except for we did get some cookies. And I also was able to show Ryan the different color Aura rings to just like make sure, because it's quite the investment, and like even though I'm not paying for it, I want to make sure I get the right one. So I was showing him like the different colors and like verifying which one I want. They still have it out of stock, sadly. So it is what it is. I'm just gonna be patient and wait. But I think now I'm going to try to read some more of my book. I was really enjoying it this morning, and I want to continue reading. Oh, I also got this really cute, I have to show you guys. It's so adorable. I put it in the bathroom. So growing up, I had this cute little pig. This is the little pig that I already own. And I saw this one in the dollar section, and I thought it was so cute, and it reminded me so much of this one, just like the little bow and everything. This is the one that I literally had since like, I think preschool. I actually got it from one of my doctors, funny enough. They had it like on this shelving unit, and I used to do, oh, I used to do all of these like research studies and stuff like that, and they had it in one of their offices. And when I was growing up, and I was doing all of these research studies, I asked if I could have the pig and they gave it to me, and I had it ever since. And I know that I was at least in preschool because I remember carrying it with me in preschool. So anyway, when I saw the other pig, I was like, oh my God, it looks just like Mr. Piggy. So I got that, and now they're little brothers. And we also have this one that Ryan got for me like forever ago, but it's not quite the same. Same vibes, but not exactly the same. My roommate's old dog, or my old roommate's dog, sorry, accidentally bit the ear one time. I had it on top of a TV just like this, and somehow she was able to climb up and take it, and so it does have a little rip in the ear, but it also has this cute little hood. There we go. So every now and then we put the hood up, and it's a cute little crocodile or alligator or whatever you would call it, and it tucks its ears away. I was very tempted to get a toy for P, but I decided against it because it's almost his birthday, and so instead I'm just gonna get him something for his birthday. Anyway, that's all the update for now. Everything else that we got was, again, kind of boring. We just got like, Ryan got like 4 different types of caffeine. He got some mints that have not caffeine but L-theanine, and then he got Alani's. He got some instant coffee, like packets, and then he also got regular coffee. So we primarily went because he was running out of all of like his different forms of caffeine. So we had to do a bit of a restock. And on top of it, he's like trying new things. Like he wants to try what an energy drink does to his body versus just like regular coffee versus instant coffee, and if that's just like easier in the morning. So that's why he has so many different types. But it was just so funny. We got home and we were like, how many different forms of caffeine can we have? So that's been the day so far. I booked another class for the morning at 6:30. If I'm feeling good, then I will take the class. If I'm not, when I like go to bed, then I will cancel it. But it's the same type of class, just with a different instructor as what I did this morning. It's not like my favorite type of workout, but I do feel like very restored from it, which is nice. Like I feel like I could have done like more on the abs, more like squats, whatever, but because it was so hot, I feel like it just made it so I wasn't able to do as much, if that makes sense. Like it made me feel more tired than I think I normally would have been if it would have just been like regular workout, but like high intensity. So I'm gonna try it again tomorrow. They also have a higher intensity, lower heat class that I could also try. So we'll see, but if I do the 6:30 class, then I can be at home and like showered and ready for the workday before the workday actually starts. And honestly, even if this is just like getting me back into the habit and routine of working out in the mornings, that's what I'm really looking for. So I don't know if I will continue this after my like free week, but it's worth a shot while I'm, you know, getting it for free. That's the update. I also saw that I got a package delivered. Sniff test. I think it's my espresso pods. I got some more because I was running low, and for Prime Day they were on sale. I feel like being an adult is using Prime Day to get things that you were already planning on getting just at a bit of a discount, because that's honestly what I end up doing like 90% of the time. As usual, I got my double espresso dolce from Nespresso. I love these espresso pods, and they're all double espresso, so I only need to use 1 pod for my lattes because I always make double espresso lattes. So I'm gonna put these away, and then I'm gonna go into the living room and I'm gonna read for a bit. Okay, I'm so close to finishing my book, but I fell asleep on the couch. Ryan was playing a video game and I was reading, and then I just passed out. So we're gonna go take P to a park because I feel like he hasn't done a lot of adventuring this weekend. We did take him to go to get ice cream yesterday, which was delicious, but I just feel like he hasn't done a lot of adventuring. So we're gonna take him to a park, and by that point it'll be Love Island time. So perfect little distraction is taking the dog to the park. Anyway, I have to still wake up, but let's go get my bag and let's go get ready to go to the park. I think I'm gonna take off the sweater because it got warm. I think it'll be a fun time. You guys, I cannot shut up about Love Island. It's become like nearly my entire personality. But tonight's episode was so good, and the preview for tomorrow's episode looks so amazing. I'm so excited. I just think it's gonna be a really great time. So I'm excited. But now it is time to finish my book, because I've been saying I'm gonna finish my book, and I think a couple of things have just been kind of like preoccupying me. So I fell asleep earlier. I stopped reading because I fell asleep, and then obviously we took Pete to the park, and then I watched Love Island. So we don't have much time left of the book, so I want to finish it now. It's really hard to just like get off of the high of Love Island right after watching an episode. So I'm hopeful that because I'm like nearly done with this, that I'll get that same high of finishing a book. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know, I feel like the last 20% of most books are like pretty intense, or like a lot of the stuff is like finally happening that you've been waiting to happen. So I'm hopeful that this book will give that to me right now, because I think that's what I need. I realized earlier, by the way, that like I didn't finish cleaning the second half of the house, so I'm gonna just do that tomorrow or throughout the week. And I also did not end up doing any of the editing, so that I will for sure do tomorrow as well. I have kind of a long day tomorrow, so I'm hopeful that I'll get a lot of it done, but it's just gonna be a long day. It is what it is. But other than that, I feel accomplished. I feel like we had a really productive weekend, and now it's time for the relaxing part of the weekend where we just chill and do some reading. Some of my group chats are still kind of going off, but I'm gonna read them and then we'll get into it and finish our book, and I will update you guys on what I end up reading it. I'm happy that I'm finally going to be finishing a book. It's been a while since I've had this feeling, and I've been wanting to finish a book for a while. We're finally getting there. Hello you guys, it is the next day, and I just wanted to update you that I ended up finishing my book last night, What We Did to Survive by Megan Lally. I'm not sure what I'm going to rate it yet. I do have a whole reading vlog coming out with more thoughts on this book, so stay tuned for that. But I think it's between a 4 and a 5, because the ending totally surprised me and I really enjoyed it, and it wrapped up in a way that I think was the best that it could have for this book. So yeah, I think I'm between a 4 and a 5, but I ended up falling asleep after I read my book, and now we're here and it's Monday again. So I am going to end the vlog here and start a new one. So thank you guys so much for being here and watching. I appreciate every single one of you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.